are many much more things, but first is the confidence that we, go through that how the confident candidates are. So that is the most, unique thing that we see. Candidate should be the confident one. That's the main thing. And yeah, that's the thing that we see. And there is very much, stages that a person go through while giving the interviews. Like there are the application stage, like you fill the form, then there are the HR rounds, and what we has a process we are going through, and many company are going through as a processes. Like we have the application stage, application form filling stage, then we have the HR round, then we have the typing test, then we have the aptitude, and then the managerial round that occurs. And in all the rounds, what we see the person's intelligence, confidence, the main thing that we, um, look into the candidates. So that's the thing that we, look into a person. So what are you like? Have you faced any interview before, you guys? Anyone can share the
Yes, ma'am.
experience.
Yes, ma'am, I'm faced.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I faced.
Okay, so how was your feedback?
Yes, ma'am. I have already gave interview in Optum, but I'm not selected domain knowledge.
What was the reason?
Ma'am, main reason ask me what is the depreciation, but I'm student insurance BPO backend process or backend process. So I'm rejected.
Maybe you have did the BCom in graduation.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. BSc Bachelor of Science.
Bachelor of Science. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe there are some HR, questions. Maybe she have, related you to somebody else. That's the reason that could be the one. Otherwise, depreciation is mainly of the question of finance and accounts.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, I have no knowledge depreciation, so I'm rejected. But I will try my best.
Obviously, if a person is willing to, to do more to improve his or her skills, then obviously you got selected.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So basically, now what we are here to discuss is basically how to prepare for an interview and what are the do's and don'ts of the interviews, right? So if you're preparing for the interview, first of all, remember what is company, what does company do. Never go. In fact, when I took so much interviews, there are many more persons. When I rejected them on the basis of they don't know even the company's name. What does company do? My first question to every candidate is what our company does. So every time you go, just be prepared what the company do, when was it founded, who are the co-founders, and what is the main thing. I'm not telling like to
Ye-
see the companies all their structure, but yeah, you should have the basic knowledge when you go to the interviews. Fine. The first thing is of the company's introduction. The second thing, you should be confident enough and dress properly, because some people like came in the lower like ripped jeans, and this is not, you go to the interview, so dress properly, dress formally, and then came to the interviews. Fine. That's the main thing. You should know about your resumes. Never make very crisp resumes. Make somewhat a elaborative resumes. If you don't have the experience, no issues. Just make your resumes. Like you can you can take help from the chat GPT as well. Right? There are many AI options available for that too. So we can take that as well. That is the main thing that we can do in the interviews. And always keep a smile on your face and never be nervous, because what we go through, we have so many rounds. First is the HR round that you hold. So you should know about English as well. You should have the communication skills, not just being nervous. When I took some interviews, there are so many people who being nervous at a very point of time, and they, give the answers like and they stop like this. So never do this kind of mistake. You should be well prepared about your introduction. What is introduction? You should be well prepared about your resume. So never write anything wrong in your resume which you don't know. You should already, write only those things that you know what are in the resumes. That's the general scenario. Fine. These are basically do's and don'ts that we should look into the interview and upon ourselves, that how do we prepare for the interviews.